Hello and welcome to today's screening room. Today we'll be talking about Nicholas Sparks movies and falling in love with them all over again. My name is Mark Bucholtz.
I'm Madeline Kumm.
And I'm Hannah Lashock.
So today's movies we'll be talking about include Dear John, The Last Song, and Safe Haven. Stay tuned, WMCM's screening room is next. Dear John is the story of U.S. Army man John Tyree, played by Channing Tatum, in his story with Savannah Curtis, played by Amanda Seyfried, a South Carolina native who falls for John while he's home on leave. The couple first meets when John saves her purse from the crashing waves of the Atlantic Ocean and soon started spending a majority of their time together that summer, learning more about each other's past, but it is still short-lived because soon John is deployed again. The couple stays in touch with writing each other's letters to one another and numbering these letters so that they know what order to keep them in and how to stay in touch. Only getting to see each other occasionally and for short periods of time, that's how the couple stays united. The relationship is tested and stands the will, but how will this love affair end? Let's take a look at the trailer.
Thank you.
Don't worry about it.
I'm Savannah.
John.
Nice to meet you, John.
2 weeks together, that's all it took. 2 weeks for me to fall for you.
Special Forces, huh? Yes, sir. Oh, you're on leave. Oh, I hope you're enjoying yourself. Yeah, I think I am.
Full moon tonight?
It actually doesn't matter where you are in the world. It's never bigger than your thumb. Hey, Pop, I got somebody I want you to meet.
I like your dad. He loves you. I can tell, even if you can't. The way people act around you, it's like they're scared of you.
Why don't you get your hands off me? Why are you scared of who I used to be?
You don't scare me, John.
Well, you scare me. I gotta go back.
Just like that. So where are they gonna send you? Right in the middle of it all?
So I'll see you soon, then.
I'll see you soon, then. Dear John, tell me everything. Write it all down. That way, we'll be with each other all the time, even if we're not with each other at all.
It's a full moon here tonight, which makes me think of you. Half a world away.
Letter number 8.
Letter number 33.
Dear John,
I miss you so much it hurts.
Requesting permission to extend my tour, sir.
you've decided you're going back.
All I know is I want to stay here with you as long as I possibly can, and I need you to tell me. I don't...
Miles from where you are, laying down on the cold ground, and I pray that something picks me up and sets me down in your warm arms.
A lot can happen in 12 months, John. Tonight you're here with me.
One of my personal favorite of Nicholas Sparks' movies. Between that and The Notebook, I'm not really sure which is my favorite. The story has definitely taken a very personal account when Amanda Seyfried, who plays Savannah in the movie, learns about John's dad, who actually kind of has a learning disability, and that actually inspires her to further her relationship with another character and his son, and it actually inspires her later on when she later gets a job and continues her life with that occupation. I also really like the coin collecting in the movie. Just kind of adds an interesting aspect and makes it like more personable for John and his father. So what did you two think of the movie?
I mean, I liked it. I haven't seen it in a little while, but I mean, every girl likes seeing Channing Tatum on a movie, so that's always nice. But No, it makes me really sad. Even just watching the trailer right now, I just kind of hit me right in the feels.
Yeah, the feels just a little bit. That's one thing that I really like about Dear John. It definitely gives you just a little bit of the feels.
I completely agree with the Channing Tatum statement. I mean, any movie he's in, it's a good one, but especially when he's in a Nicholas Sparks movie, that just makes it that much better. I'm not gonna lie, I teared up when his dad was in the hospital and read the letter, and it just kind of made me tear up a little bit. And at the end, how they don't even really end up together, but they hug.
You're not actually sure. At the end of the movie,
that's true.
they leave it like a little bit of a
It foreshadows,
spoiler
though.
here. At the end of the movie, I think he like walks into a coffee shop and he just like you see him hug, and that's it. No like kissing, no other like signs of affection, but just between the way they look at each other and the tension in the air.
The sparks there
You can see those
Nicholas
Sparks. You could say. But it's definitely a great movie. Channing Tatum does a phenomenal job. Amanda, I don't even know.
What movie is she in that isn't good?
Yeah.
But
She's a pretty good actor. But otherwise, I have a question for you two. Do you know what a Dear John letter actually is?
Yes.
You've heard of it before.
Isn't it a letter that somebody, like when they're, in service, they get a letter and it's like that their wife or significant other like left them for someone else?
Yes, that actually is what a Dear John letter is. A Dear John letter is when someone, significant other, sends it to a military member who is deployed and they tell them that they're breaking up with them. I actually learned that from a serviceman who I got to interview when I was in high school, and he said that he had a Dear John letter from his girlfriend, but then he got to come back to the States a few months later and he won her back. And that's kind of what might happen in this movie. We're not really sure because, like we said, all we see at the end of the movie is just a little bit of a hug. Any other thoughts on the movie? Or
I did get really, really frustrated though when they show back and she married the one guy instead of Channing Tatum. I was so upset over that.
It was really confusing at first. I wasn't sure why that had happened or like what was going on. I was like, what the heck? Like they were perfect together. But we'll be coming back. We'll be talking about the last song. But before we do that, let's take a look at those Cooley Region Humane Society's Perfect Pets.
I'm Zeus, a 1-year-old American Bulldog mix. I'm very handsome, outgoing, and social. I look tough, but I love to snuggle.
Hi, I'm Rita. I am an easygoing, gentle old lady looking for a quiet, forever home. Hi, I'm Chevy. I'm a 2-year-old Shepherd Pit mix. I'm outgoing and would love to be a running partner.
I'm Lizzie, a 10-year-old energetic beagle, and I love to play with my toys. I can't wait to have a new family.
To find out more about adoption for these pets or others, contact the Cooley Region Humane Society at 781-4014.
Once again, the number for the Cooley Region Humane Society is 781-4014. And now here's Maddie to tell us just a little bit about the last song.
When Ronnie's mother forces her to live with her dad for the summer, along with her younger brother, we begin to delve into Ronnie's personal issues with her father upon her arrival. Reluctant and refusing to repair her relationship with her father who left her, she stumbles, literally, upon a boy named Will who shows her that it's okay to let people back into her heart, regardless of her abandonment issues. Stubborn, dark, sarcastic Ronnie begins to melt into a relationship with preppy boy Will, which begins to resolve tension between her and her father. But the struggle to reconnect with those around us comes with a price. Everyone has secrets, some which may cause everything to fall apart. If there's one thing this movie shows, it's to appreciate every moment you have, because you never know how much time is left. Let's take a peek at the trailer.
Dear Ronnie, please know that none of what happened between your mother and me had anything to do with you. I hope this summer will give us a chance to reconnect.
Oh boy. So the word is you're from New York. So what are you doing down here?
My mom shipped me and my brother to my dad's for the summer.
Look, I got bacon here. Got breakfast.
Vegetarian, Dad. It's ridiculous.
A beautiful melody.
I'd probably talk about this with a girlfriend if I had one here.
Oh, do you want to talk?
Yeah.
Let's talk. Sometimes you have to be apart from people you love. But that doesn't mean you love them any less. Sometimes it even makes you love them more.
Stop smiling like that. It's creeping me out.
My smile creepy?
Let's see it. Kinda.
I personally really enjoyed this movie. I first watched it a couple years ago and I fell in love, not just because Liam Hemsworth is in it, who's obviously very attractive, but Miley Cyrus before she went crazy. And it's a really great feel-good movie. It always makes me happy when I watch it, and it's a great movie to go to your significant other with. What do you guys think?
Well, like you said, Liam Hemsworth, Hannah Montana, or Miley Cyrus, sorry, a little bit of flashback to Disney there. Definitely a power couple in this movie. Both did a phenomenal job acting, but the movie itself was very entertaining to watch. The plot line, like probably my favorite part of that was just like the sea turtle scene and how they took care of them together and how committed she was and like how that kind of sparked their relationship or furthered it a little bit more than it normally would. Definitely makes me want to visit South Carolina and try and take care of some of those like baby sea turtles.
You stole what I was gonna say. The sea turtles is by far the cutest little thing. Like, how can you not love baby sea turtles that just fit in your hand? But Miley did a great job in this film. She didn't go psycho yet, like you said. But having her play the part, I think she played a great job. And Liam being with her, since they have that connection, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But the part, too, when her dad falls down and ends up having cancer and doesn't tell Miley about it, that's a tough part as well. And
oh, yeah.
The whole church scene, what did you guys...
That whole conflict with the church, and they never really tell you what happened. Later on, you do figure out that he did actually burn down the church, correct?
Well, it was arson, right?
Yeah.
It was Marcus and a couple of his friends, and yeah, he took
he fell asleep because of the drugs he was taking for the cancer, and then Marcus and his friends were outside and
with Will, which is Liam Hemsworth's character, and then his friend. Yep. And then so they took the blame for it, but then they didn't tell Ronnie or Miley until after.
I must need to rewatch this one. I haven't seen it in a little while. I was watching Dear John, but the last song, I think they did a really good job of casting as well with Miley Cyrus. Just Miley Cyrus as her character in the last song, just because she is like the writer of like musical writer, and that kind of like. You can see her that as a character from the outside world. Like we know her as this huge like pop singer now, like used to be country, but we can see that. So transferring it to the movie isn't too hard for people when they're watching it, which kind of adds a little bit as you're viewing this movie. You can see it. You don't have to think too hard. Like it helps you get engrossed in this movie and buy into it per se.
Right, and it was kind of one of her breakthrough roles too, because you know she just got done with like Hannah Montana the movie. Liam Hemsworth wasn't as popular, and I think. Just being together in that really kind of jump-started their stardom a little bit, too.
And definitely breaking out of that role as being Hannah Montana, like Disney character. Like, this definitely helped her break those restraints and not have to continue to be that.
Like you said, I agree. I also think, like, when we were talking about Liam and
they're still together.
I know they're still together. They broke up. They were engaged, and then they broke up for a long time when Miley was going through her phase, and now they're together again. So
Okay.
happy couple.
Well, I personally did not know that one, but let's take a look at those sports packs. Here we are, WMCMs.
Introducing WMCM's newest sports show, Hot Shot Sports. It's got games, memes, highlights, gifts, and everything else that you'd ever want from a sports show, like everything current from social media and all other sports action. So tune in to Charter Channel 989 and Campus Channel 6 for some Hot Shot Sports.
Do you need better opinions on the biggest sports stories? Then you need Sports Talk Live. They cover all sports all the time. From track and field, to soccer, to football, gymnastics, and just about everything in between. Sports Talk Live is your place for sports. Sports Talk Live, Tuesdays on WMCM TV.
All right, and now we're going on to Hannah Lashock, and she'll be telling us about Safe Haven.
When a mysterious young woman named Katie Feldman appears in the small North Carolina town of Southport, her sudden arrival raises questions about her past. Katie seems determined to avoid forming personal ties until a series of events draws her into two reluctant relationships. One with Alex, a widowed store owner with a kind heart and two young children, and one with her plain-spoken neighbor, Joe. Despite her reservations, Katie slowly begins to let down her guard, putting down roots in the close-knit community and becoming increasingly attached to Alex and his family. But even as Katie begins to fall in love, she struggles with a dark secret that still haunts and terrifies her past. A past that set her on her fearful, shattering journey across the country to the oasis of Southport. With Joe's empathetic and stubborn support, Katie eventually realizes that she must choose between this life of safety and one of riskier rewards, and that in the darkest hour, love is the only true safe haven. Now let's take a look at the trailer.
You seen this woman?
I don't think so.
Stop the bus, Boston City!
How you liking Southport?
It's definitely a change of pace.
From what?
Somewhere I don't really want to go back to.
It's usually just a pit stop for most people.
I like it here.
I'm Alex. Nice to meet you.
If I could, maybe I'd give you my world.
Did you leave this outside my house last night?
It was just sitting in my shed. I see you walking every day. It's perfect for you.
I appreciate it, but I can't take it.
All right.
Why won't you let him get to know you?
I've had things happen to me in the past.
Open up, everything's waiting for you.
Did you hear about his wife? She passed away a few years ago. Okay, maybe I overreacted.
Would you like to go canoeing with me?
Canoeing? I like to go canoeing.
You can go your own way.
Does it get better?
Just focusing on the kids. And today, with you, this feels like the first time I've looked up.
I'm happy here with you.
Yeah? Detective Tierney, do you know this woman?
Katie, he's here.
I've got to get out of here.
Just tell me the truth.
It's everything that I was afraid of. He's gonna find me.
If you're in some kind of trouble, we can fix this. Katie! I love you, but I can't let you go. There's no safer place for you than here with me.
I personally love this movie. I think I can speak for a vast majority of the female population that Nicholas Sparks that we love him. Regardless, this movie isn't just another romantic film that a girl makes a boy sit through as he rolls his eyes. I have many guy friends that actually enjoyed and really liked this movie. So to all of you guys out there, if your lady wants to watch a romantic film, suggest Safe Haven. You'll both enjoy this movie. It includes suspense, intensity, and a mystery within the romantic film. The movie starts with a girl, Katie, played by Julianne Hough, who is covered in blood running for her life, so it gains attention quickly. The overall plot keeps you on your toes with shocking surprises throughout, while still touching on your romantic side. What did you guys think of the movie?
I personally liked it quite a bit. I remember every time I think of it, I remember her working on her house repairs for the little kind of like pretty much shack that she bought, painting it, taking care of it, the upkeep, and then meeting who was the man in the film?
Alex.
Alex and his children, and just the kind of mystery behind like that relationship, because she obviously wants to be in it, but she keeps like pushing him away and refusing to be part of it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if this is one of my favorite Nicholas Sparks films. I mean, I did like it. I liked the ending, of course, especially when we find out that her neighbor Jo was actually Alex's wife. And the part that really gets me is the part at the end when the old wife wrote all the letters, and it was to her, and it was for Julianne Hough's character, and that part gets me every time. So I thought that part was super sweet, but it's a little crazy.
Yeah, there's like twists and turns throughout the whole movie. You don't really know what's going to happen. I mean, like I said, it starts with the beginning when her running through the streets and you don't know what's going on, and all of a sudden she appears in this sunny oasis and everything's perfect, and she doesn't think she's going to stay there, but she ends up falling in love and meets Jo, who, yeah, like you said, ends up being Alex's
deceased wife.
Yeah, deceased wife. But like they fall in love and everything works out. So.
And definitely how she thought that her past wouldn't catch up with her, and it just kind of proves that that's very applicable to real life. I feel like most people, like everything always catches up to you. Like secrets can never be kept.
Good point.
Like people talk, find things out. But I kind of agree here that not necessarily my favorite Nicholas Sparks movie. I really like some of his other ones because I do have favorites. I'm a guy, but I can still like prioritize Nicholas Sparks movies, the ones that I have seen. But this one, like, definitely like the kids add a different aspect because a lot of Nicholas Sparks movies are just two couples, or not two
and
couples,
more of a
but
family
orientation.
Yeah. I also think with Katie's husband, we didn't know that that police officer was her husband until later out. The guy that was trying to like hunt her down and saying that she committed murder and all this stuff, when really that's not even the truth. But
well, I mean, even Nicholas Sparks, I mean, obviously they're made up, but I feel like they almost kind of provide unrealistic standards, because it's like basically if you run away or go somewhere new, you're going to meet this wonderful guy like the first 5 days you're there, and they're the love of your life. Like, that doesn't really happen in real life. So I think that just sets you up for it anyways.
I think that's definitely something that Nicholas Sparks does a lot of his books. He borrows a lot, and it's always kind of the same plot line a little bit. New characters, new twists, new turns. This movie provided a lot of those, unlike some of the other ones.
But yeah, we all still love them.
Yeah, we still go watch
them. The movie covers too, they're a lot the same. Like they're a beach scene, and there's two people, and they're almost kissing, and it's just so romantic. But
okay, so talking about related movies right here, I looked up, there are 11 Nicholas Sparks movies that he's come out with into movies. He has a lot more books, but I have seen 8 out of these 11 movies. I'm missing just a few. The ones that I'm missing are A Message in a Bottle. Have either you seen that?
No, it must be an older one.
Yep, that one came out in 1999. That was the first movie that Nicholas Sparks came out with. And then 2008, Nights of Rodantha. I'm not sure how to say that one.
I haven't seen it. I've heard of it, but I haven't
I've heard
seen
of
it.
that one too. It's about the house, like right on the beach. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like
coincidence,
beach.
right?
Yeah.
Of course it's gonna
always
be
the
beach.
beaches. And then his newest one, The Choice, which has just come out in 2016, which is fairly recent. I also have not seen that one yet. But I might as well keep it my record, move it 9 out of 11, and go see that one as well. So
I mean, they haven't like failed yet. I mean,
no.
I think they're great movies.
They still keep making them. So.
Yeah, and honestly, the most popular movie out of all of Nicholas Sparks that he's produced so far goes The Notebook. Comes in number one.
Yep.
Grossing worldwide $115 million.
Wow.
And then second goes, actually, no, I'm sorry. Let me eat my words. Messages in a Bottle is first at 118, then The Notebook, and then Dear John. And then all the rest are just under 100 or about 50. So he's making a lot of money off these. He knows how to write for his audience. He knows what audience he's writing for, and he does a phenomenal job at making sure he's selling it. And why would he change them? I mean, it's working so far.
Yep.
The guy's making quite a bit of money.
I know, like, I probably say Nicholas Sparks is my favorite, like, romantic novel, and I guess any of his movies I am willing to watch at any time. But
otherwise, another really good movie is Charlie St. Cloud. Have you seen that?
Yes, that was pretty Nicholas Sparks.
It wasn't Nicholas Sparks though, but
it's similar. It's like
it's like really similar.
Yeah.
That one. Oh, sorry to cut you.
No, go ahead.
No, like I said, Zac Efron. Like, who doesn't like looking at that? I really liked that one. That one always makes me cry.
The little brother.
The little brother, and the brother's so adorable.
Yeah.
I can't. But
so sad though, because like right from the beginning, you're like.
You like know it's coming too, and then it just happens, and you're like, oh no.
Yep. Because.
But again, that's on
somebody has to die
on a lake or an ocean, and
someone dies.
That's what makes them relatable movies. Someone always has to die in them. Just a warning. So if you're watching a Nicholas Sparks movie and no one has died yet, expect it at the end.
Prepare for that to
expect
happen.
it at the end.
It'll hit you.
Oh yeah.
Like a truck.
Yeah.
Any other movies that you can think of that kind of like Nicholas Sparks at all?
You mentioned the new one, The Choice. The movie If I Stay. We were talking about
that.
It's,
Right.
it's very similar to The Choice because
another crier.
Yeah, she falls in love with this boy, and they get in a car accident, and then she's got to choose between going with her family who all died, so going to heaven, or sticking on Earth with her boyfriend.
And she's kind of like in a in-between state where she can walk around.
She can see everything.
Yeah,
but
hear people.
She's in limbo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no one can really see or feel her.
And doesn't it kind of go like through her life a little bit too?
Yeah,
like,
it like
some
jumps
flashbacks.
back and forth.
Yeah. Okay.
So you like have to really pay attention, but I think it's still a good movie, and I feel like the new Nicholas Sparks one, The Choice, will be somewhat similar to that. But
Otherwise, his next most recent movie, The Longest Ride. Have you seen that one?
Yes, I've watched it like 5 times.
So I'm sure that the ladies in the audience definitely like that one. But talking about new movies, let's see what's new in theaters. New in theaters, we got a few movies coming out here. We got Pandemic, My Big Fat Greek Wedding 2, Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice, and the Divergent series, Allegiant. I've seen Batman vs. Superman. I really liked it. Some people didn't, but I thought it was fairly decent.
I saw the Divergent, and
Was that good?
I thought it was good. I mean, some people are like the mixed feelings too. I always think like the first one is the best, but.
All right, so coming soon we have The Boss, Mr. Right, The Jungle Book, which looks amazing, and then Barbershop, Next Cut.
The Jungle Book looks good. I think that'll be a good movie.
A little bit of a flashback to my childhood right there.
Exactly.
Disney remakes are always great. But new on DVD, we have Star Wars: The Force Awakens, Point Break, The Hateful Eight, and Concussion.
Star Wars: The Force Awakens. If you didn't get to see that one in theaters, definitely go watch it on DVD. I really liked it. Good intro to the next one.
Now at the Riv, there is The Finest Hours, Star Wars: The Force Awakens, Whiskey Foxtrot Tango, and Hail Caesar. I have not seen any of those.
Yeah, I haven't seen Star Wars, but I've heard such a great reception. I haven't seen any of the Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
I know people judge me for that, but
You're fine. So let's definitely, if you didn't want to watch it on DVD, I guess you still have a chance to go watch it at the Riv. Then you won't have to. Just watch it on your little screen at home. You can watch it on the big one still. So, Nicholas Sparks movies, very relatable, I feel like. Or maybe not relatable, but...
Every girl's dream, we can say.
yes, that's it. Unrealistic
Sets
expectations.
Yep.
Sets expectations very high.
guys,
for
too.
guys.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Poor guys.
We'll
Yeah,
be fine.
sorry.
We'll figure it out, what we got to do. Just got to sit down with your notebook and study those.
Yeah, tips.
All
Yes,
right.
tips.
Tips from
Watch
Nicholas
Nicholas
Sparks. All right, so thank you for tuning in to this week's Screening Room. Once again, I'm Mark Bucholtz.
I'm Madeline Kumm.
And I'm Hannah Lashock.
Have a great week.